This video shows you how to play creative mode. So you can start by going to single player. And essentially the basic idea of what Minecraft is that it's a game like Legos. So you have lots of blocks and you can place these blocks and build things out of them. So I'm just showing this very quickly to explain what that looks like. Now, in order to control Minecraft, you have to be familiar with what is called WASD, and this refers to the keys on the keyboard. You'll notice if you're familiar with WASD, that's great. You're ready to go and play Minecraft. So Minecraft is basically the same as most games with WASD, but there's one key difference. So you use W and ASD to move around and the mouse to look, but you can also double tap on spacebar, and that will help you begin flying. And the more you hold down spacebar, the higher you will fly. You can begin falling by holding down Shift. That lowers you slowly to the ground. Alternatively, you can turn off flying by double tapping spacebar again, and then you will quickly fall. Your double tapping has to be fairly quick. It's a lot like double clicking a mouse. Now there are lots of blocks in Minecraft, and you can go ahead and destroy those blocks by left clicking and place them by right clicking. That's the basic interaction model. Now Minecraft is about more than just moving around and looking around the world. You can actually equip blocks to build things. So if you press the E key, you will notice a whole giant palette of blocks. And yours will look something like this, where there's many different kinds of colors. And if you want to work with a given type of block, you just click on that block. So I'm going to pick the orange wool here, and I move that down to what we call my inventory, which is this set of slots down at the bottom. And if I put that wool down there, it will start to be recognized as a block I can build with. So I'm going to put some of these blocks down here, and you'll notice I just click and click again, and that's how I transfer from this selection of possible blocks to putting down my inventory. Let's say if I'm looking for some bricks, there are lots of different kinds of bricks. I could put those in there. There are also more fantastic blocks or unusual blocks. Now I can build by just placing these blocks down. If I want to switch between blocks, I can scroll on my mouse bar, or my scroll button on my mouse, to select different blocks. Alternatively, I can press the numbers on the number pad up here. So if I press 3, it will go to brown because that's the third block in the sequence there. So I can switch between these different blocks. If I want to select a block that I'm looking at, so let's say I like this grass and I want to make more of it, if I literally press down, you physically push the scroll button on the mouse. Don't scroll it, push it down, you will select that block. Once again, you're not scrolling like you would in a web page. You actually look at the block and press down physically with the button. Here I can see that black highlighted line there, and if I right click on the ground, it will lay down the block. Likewise, if I look at the side of these blocks, you'll see how the side highlights with the black line. I can right click on it and it will build off the side. Now Minecraft doesn't have physics in the way that the normal world does. If I destroy the blocks underneath this, it will actually stay floating in the air. As you can see, it's just sort of floating there as pink wool. And worth looking at right now is the stairs. So if you type stairs, you can pick a set of stairs. And we're going to use these as an example of how when you lay things down at different positions, they'll look different. So if I look at this grass block in front of me and I go to the very top edge of it and I right click to put down my stairs, it will actually invert the stairs. Whereas if I look at the very bottom of the block and right click, it will put the stairs the other way. And then these blocks will start connecting to each other if you have them next to each other. So the behaviors will change depending on what their conditions are. See how those two connect? And if I put it on the edge here, you get this nice clean edge with the blocks. And there are similar objects like fences, where if I lay down one of these fences in the middle of nowhere, it's just a fence post. But if I start putting them next to each other, they start attaching to one another. It looks very simple when you're building like this. You know, if I wanted to build a house, it would be, you know, let's do some wood planks. So, you know, I can add some oak here. I'm going to build the world's worst Minecraft house. Here we go. I can sort of attach some at the front here. And we'll do a different kind of, we'll do a red roof. There we go. And that door that I picked out before, I just look at the ground and click on it and it will make a door, and if I right click on that door it will open. Now my house has got some big holes on the side, and I could actually add some glass if I wanted to. And this is another example of how blocks interact with one another. If I put glass there, put glass there, it's initially just very edges of the glass. But if I put some in between it, the glass actually connects for the whole surface. So there we go, I've actually made my house. Now, it's not a very good house, and you can probably do better than this. And if you want to see some really great examples, you can log on online.